Okay, dudes, what is up? And we're back here on some more Marvel Contest of Champions. And that's right, dudes. We are going to be looking at the story and a couple of other bits on here on Act 4, the last part. Act 4, Chapter 4. That's right. Act 4, Chapter 4. Act 4, Rebellion. Chapter 4, Devastation. We're going to be looking at like the story, what is said. We're going to be looking at some of the maps and how hard they are. And then right at the end, we're going to look at the rewards for what you get when you go through all these maps right here, guys. So before we actually start, I decided not to do a face cam on this because I want you guys to see the whole picture and not with me in a little corner maybe blocking something up that you want to see. So all right, before we start again as well, I want to say a big thank you to you guys that was actually leaving links to this over on the Twitter page. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I want to say a big, huge, giant thank you to you guys for leaving that over there, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't even actually be able to see this, which is absolutely insane. So all right, so here we go. I want to get off right off the bat of the foot as well. I'm still on chapter 1. All right, guys. Act 1. I'm still on Act 1, but I'm gonna be I'm gonna start doing it. I am gonna start doing it. So just bear with me, guys. It's gonna get done. But every time I go to do it, another mission comes out. Like now, we've got the Deadpool ones out. I know as soon as I finish that, probably like another mission is gonna come out. So sometimes it's just hard to get them all out. But I will do it. I will do it. It's my goal to do these. All right. So as you can see right here, Act 4, Rebellion. Chapter 4, Devastation. It looks absolutely insane, guys. As you can see, the kind of bosses you're going to be seeing is a Storm, a Thor, Jane Foster, Elektra, Groot, Guillotine, and then the almighty Maestro there. I want to say one thing as well. If you actually look at the maps now as well, it's absolutely insane at like the rating of these players. Basically, you're going to have like fully maxed out 4 stars to kind of survive in it, or be very, very good at the game. Either one will do, I suppose. If you're very good at the game, then you're alright. You're gonna be alright going through with like rank 3 or rank 2 4 stars or whatever. I've seen people like demolish Winter Soldier in the Realm of Legends with a 2-star Star-Lord. So I know some people out there are literally really good at the game. I'm not one of them. I'm going to need to have an overpowered team to go in here. But just look at the overall ratings here. It looks absolutely insane. You've basically got, it looks like fully maxed out 4 stars, but they're 5 stars there. So I'm thinking they're going to be rank 3, 5 stars. And then you can actually see some of them which are actually really higher rated. You know, like obviously sometimes where you get that really stronger one in there as well, which is absolutely insane. Like, it's crazy. If you can see that they go over 10,000, some of them actually go over 10,000 rating, which is going to be insane. But like I said, if you're going through, like if you're on the Alliance quest and you're going through map 5, you should really be used to this kind of difficulty and really find it no problem going through it. So if you are one of them people that are really good at the game, then you're lucky. You're lucky. You probably will not find this hard. But also one thing, looking at these characters here, they've all got bonuses on them as well. Obviously, I don't actually think we've actually seen anyone on these maps so far that hasn't got a bonus on there. So be prepared for them to have like an extra like 200% health and attack and then this and that. So it's going to make your life very difficult unless you're super good at the game. But it does look epic. It looks really hard and it does look epic, guys. All right, so now we're going to go and we're going to check out the story. We're going to see what's going on between the Collector and Maestro. So let's talk about that, read you what's going on here, and hopefully you guys will absolutely love it because I'm loving it as well, guys. Okay, so here we are. We're basically starting off here with Collector, and he says, Summoner, as Battle World evolves, so must the contest. You are adept at fighting and adroit at strategy, truly a champion in word and deed. Sounds awesome, right, guys? Let's go on to the next part. All right, so we're still here with the Summoner. We're still here with the Collector, and he says, Summoner, this is the moment. The Maestro has been caught unawares. It is time to wrest the battle world from his grasp. That sounds so epic. The dark soul in our alliance awaits our orders. Just getting ready. Just getting ready, guys. Okay, so now this is where Maestro just pops up and just basically shouts, "Enough, Collector!" in his angry voice. You know, he's just there in big, bold writing, so you know he's literally just screaming at the Collector, "Enough!" Absolutely awesome. And then he goes on to say, "You persistent little parasite, I've tolerated you long enough." That's just, I love Maestro. I am loving Maestro right now, guys. Okay, so now we're in a different little part here where it's probably just going from part to part. I don't think it's going to be all one scripted long story part, if you know what I'm saying, like a long story. It's going to be, obviously, you see when you go to fight and then you do a couple fights and then more of the story will come up. This is basically what's going to happen. So if it doesn't make sense when I'm going through the whole story, bear with me, guys. All right, so here we go. So you see Maestro, he's like, "It is over, Summoner. I will rip you apart." And then the Collector replies with a guillotine. "Now is the time." How epic is that? Like, we're basically relying on guillotine right here. This is so awesome. Like, that's like Collector's #1 weapon right there. That's his secret weapon. That's just awesome, awesome, awesome. And then we've got another section here with Maestro literally just screaming out at the Collector, "Foolish Collector, foolish Summoner, none can stand against me now." You know what? This is just beyond cool now, guys. All right, so now the Maestro has actually calmed down a bit. It says, "Once I was Banner, weak, pitiable, but with intellect beyond compare." He's so full of himself. It's amazing. Then we got Maestro carrying on here. "Then the Hulk, mighty, but insipid and directionless. Now I am the greatest of both, the destroyer of countless heroes and villains." Do you know what? This is beyond, this is so cool. Like, this is like literally the coolest story I've been reading so far. It's just like Goliath is taking over the world. It's cool. Then Maestro literally just turns up the heat and he raises his voice while he's getting angry and says, "And soon the ruler of this realm and all beyond it." Okay, so now we've got Maestro here again. I think this is where I skipped to another part of the story. So we've got Maestro here basically shouting at a guillotine, it looks like, "I am the ruler of the cosmos." Then we have the Collector that pops up and says, "You are a petulant child playing with a toy you can never comprehend." Okay, so now we have Guillotine actually replying here to the Collector. Obviously, she's French, but we're not going to say it in French. She basically says, "The Collector, it is done." Now, I don't know what she means by saying it's actually done. I don't know. Obviously, you saw back in the story where the Collector told Guillotine it was time to do something. And now Guillotine is here actually telling the Collector it's done. So I don't actually know what was actually happened there. But let's continue. Okay, so this is the part now where, like, literally you're just about to fight Maestro in the last battle, and it looks like he's real mad. Well, by the writing, it looks like he's absolutely insanely crazy. So here we go. In a big, strong Maestro voice, he says, "You are but an ant to me, Summoner. I am a warrior of the multiverse, a creator of Battle World, and the bearer of true power." That was just so awesome, right, guys? All right, so obviously you could tell while I was going through the story, there was different parts to it, but it seems absolutely awesome. He's like he's gone power crazy. Obviously, Maestro's just, if you look at Maestro straight away, you can notice he's got like a modified suit like Iron Man on there. He's got magic swords, Ronan's hammer, Captain America's shield, Thanos' gauntlets. It's absolutely awesome. He's literally power hungry. He's gone power crazy. That's basically him. All right, so that was basically the last part of the story there before you going to war with the Maestro, which is gonna be, I know, crazy. If you looked at his overall rating when I showed you on the battlefield before we actually got into the story, I think he had a rating of over, well, it was over 11,000, just under 12,000. It was absolutely high, crazy high. So be prepared for a war on your hand. And as you can see, the Maestro is crazy. He's absolutely crazy right here. So he's mad and he's not going to let you off easy. I think it's going to be a really, really hard battle, but it's going to be an intense one, which is going to be really cool. All right, so now let's go over and we're going to go and check out what rewards we get when we actually complete this. Okay, so now here we are on the rewards. When you actually finish Chapter 4, Devastation, for the first time when you complete it, I think you get lesser Ascendant Crystals. I don't think they're going to be the Ascendant ones. I think the one after that will be, because there's only one there. Because you get 5 of these, I think it's going to be the lesser Ascendant Crystals. You get 100 5-star shards, 5 gold crystals, 5 3000 ISO, basic ISO, and then you obviously get the thing where you can take some levels up. I don't know how many they're going to be. They might be 5 levels each, but you get 5 of them. So if you can actually level up, like one of your characters has been awakened and it is a level 5-1, you're going to have to put like extra 25 levels on because you actually get 5 of them there, which is absolutely awesome. But we actually don't know how many levels they are. Now, if you look at the bottom there, we can just about see it. It was cut off. I couldn't get a better picture than that. But if you look at it now, when it's actually 100% complete, Chapter 4 Devastation, you get 1 Ascendant Crystal. I'm assuming that has to be an Ascendant Crystal, not a lesser one, because you only get 1 this time. You get 300 5-star shards, 5 gold crystals, 3 tier 4 basic catalyst, and then I don't know what this thing at the end is here. Can you guys tell me what that is? I've seen it before, but I don't actually remember what it actually is. If you guys can leave in the comments below about what that is, I will be thankful for that, guys, because it's gone right now. Why I'm doing this is completely gone out of my head. Okay, so now we are on the final part of the rewards, and now this is when you actually get a whole act rewards. This is like Act 4, when you fully complete it. So when you go through each map just once, what you're going to get from Act 4 is 1 4-star crystal, 6 1300 basic ISO, 1 alpha, and 1000 5-star shards. Awesome, awesome. I love how you get that. Even though it's going to be a war getting through it once a time, you're still getting at least a 4-star crystal, and you're getting them shards, and 5-star shards is what you really, really want, which is absolutely awesome. But now this is where you really get rewarded. If you look at the bottom here, now this is what happens when you get 100% completely through Act 4. You get 1 4-star crystal, 5 tier 4 basic catalyst, 1 alpha, 3000. That's right, 3000 5-star shards, right? That is right, 3000 5-star shards. That's a lot, which is absolutely really awesome. And then we got them things there again, which actually give you the extra levels on your awakened character already. But this time you actually get 15 of those, which is absolutely awesome. So think about this, guys. If you've only awakened, let's say you've awakened one of your best characters. Let's say Guillotine is one of your best characters. Just for say, I'm not saying he is, she is. But let's say Guillotine, you've only awakened once, but you want to get her up. Now you've got 15 of those ability stones, or whatever they're called. You've got 15 of those, and I'm assuming they're going to be like level 5 for each one. If you add that all up, 15 of those are going to equal to 75 levels. So you're going to add that to one of your characters that you've already got. That's going to take, if it was Guillotine or whoever it was you've only done once, that's basically going to be like a level 95. Like you've literally maxed Duper out already, which is going to be absolutely insane. They are going to be one of the best things to get. So obviously the shards are awesome. 4-star crystal is going to be awesome as well. But that is going to really be good. Then 15 of those things, they are going to be absolutely beast modes, like to get for one of your characters. If you really want to dupe out one of your characters to the max, that is going to help you out so much, which is absolutely awesome. All right, guys, so that was basically a review and a look at the story mode in Act 4, Chapter 4 Devastation. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below, and if you're excited to. I'm nowhere near it, but I am going to do some catching up. I will do some catching up, guys. But until then, dudes, we'll see you guys in the next episode, dudes.